sino to? Miss Colliantes. Napolcom, di ba meron siyang 1-year salary, one monthly pension, burial expenses, 3-month salary para sa kasi ito yung mga binigay, di ba? But yung sa educational ng mga anak, the chair would like to acknowledge the presence of Vice Chair Romy Acop. Rico, please.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Under our rules po, meron po tayong binibigay na scholarship para po sa mga qualified children of the policemen who passed away in the course of their duty. So we will look into this po. No? Usually po kasi na-deny kapag hindi na-prove na sila po ay children or yung asawa. Minsan po kasi mga common law, kaya po hindi nagagrantan. But we will give preferential attention to this matter po.
Kailangan kasi kasal.
Yes,
Hindi
po,
kayo
Mr.
nakasal.
Chair.
Sir, nung araw po na yun, kasal po dapat namin, pero hindi po kami nakasal. Pero sir, may anak po kami.
Yun na nga, mga ganun sitwasyon di ba?
So
We
paano
will-
naman po yun, di ba?
Mr. Chair, pwede naman po kapag po proof po na children naman nila yung we can give the assistance. So baka lang po it's a matter of evidentiary submissions lang po.
And that's a very reason why we are conducting this hearing. Para at least malaman ng mga naging biktima ng mga pulis, no? Yung mga namatay, yung mga nasugatan, yung mga nagkaroon ng kaso, that this committee will be helping them to have a, kung sakasakali, ng special account, no? Para do sa budget natin for 2025. Masama natin yung mga ganitong klase na napabayaan, no? Sa war on drugs.
Chairman?
Okay, Congressman
May I
Acharon.
just know kung meron bang investigation ito? Yung kay police officer or policeman Colliantes? Meron bang official, may investigation ba ito? May result ba ng investigation? Kasi we would like to know kung ito ba ay EJK related. Hindi natin alam kung ano ba nangyari dito. Umuwi na hindi bumalik at namatay. Hindi natin alam kung ano ba. Meron bang investigation ito in the first place? We'd like to know from the PNP kung meron ba ito.
Sir, we will have to, Mr. Chair, Your Honor, we will have to check, sir, the case and we will approach the Mrs. Colliante later. Sir, sir. Sir, I will let General Sinayog answer, sir.
Okay, go ahead, China.
Your Honor, sir.
Sinayog. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Sir, ang recommendation ng head of office niya is that the office recommends that all benefits due to P1 Juverjan Omnes Lardizabal should be awarded to his legal beneficiaries. So, apparently, sir, hindi ito, this is in the line of duty, sir, yung pagkamatay.
Okay. Alright. Kaya kailangan talaga natin categorize Hindi. Okay. We need to categorize talaga. Check nyo muna, no? Para, And then afterwards, siguro sa Monday, if we will be continuing our investigation on this, we'll be citing all those names, no? Na in line of duty. Para at least matulungan natin. Okay. I'll be showing lang. Sige, Chairman.
Short question lang, Mr. Chair, sa PNP. Para lang for our education. Kasi, iniimbestiga natin yung extrajudicial killings o EJK na kadikit dun sa pag-implement ng war on drugs. No? Marami pong nangyari na namatay. No? 6,000 sa datos ng PNP ang namatay. No? Sabi nga, ito daw po ay mga nanlaban. So we'd like to get, maybe in the next hearing, Mr. Chair, no? Yung records nung, kung 6,000 yung nanlaban, 6,000 yung namatay, maaaring ganun din karami yung armas na ginamit panlaban. No? At I'm sure nasa depository o nasa evidence room ng PNP yan. Pangalawa, pinag-usapan din natin yung reward system. Apparently, the war on drugs ay nagkaroon ng reward system na kung saan ay merong pumatay at merong kumita. No? Pangatlo, which I think needs more substantial information, meron bang quota system? Yung sinasabi. Kunyari, isang istasyon, ang quota mo, 500 drug pusher ngayong buwan na ito. Kasi yun ang information na karating sa amin. No? So, I don't know if the PNP will be able to answer us with that. No? If I am certain na wala namang dokumentong nagsasabing may quota. Pero kayo ho, sa inyong karanasan, sa inyong nalalaman, meron bang inimplement na quota ang bawat mga opisyal o bawat istasyon sa pag-implement nitong war on drugs? Is there anyone from PNP who can answer that?
Okay, from General.
Sir, personally, sir, I was provincial director during from 2016 to 2018 at wala naman wala naman silang sinabing quota na ibibigay sa akin, sir. I was the provincial director then of Ifugao Police Provincial Office, sir.
Mr. Chairman,
Go ahead, go ahead.
while with due respect to Police General that answered the query of Chairman Barbers, and of course the whole PNP, ano naman yan eh, sa totoo lang po, if you check all the records now of all those police officials, not all, but hindi rin most, some, para safe, some of those police officers that was dismissed are drug-related in relation to quota. Well, in fact, I can mention one, no? I can mention one, and I will mention a lot of police officers, maybe in my time, before we suspend. For example, I talked to former Chairman Nograles, now running for mayor in, unfortunately, he decided to run in Davao. Anong budget plenary debate, doon kami nag-usap, may isang case doon po on appeal sa CEC. Kaya, ang desisyon ng CEC is favorable to that police official that was dismissed by Napolcom because the basis is the quota. Ay, now, of course, that is not, kumbaga, unwritten policy. No? And that is being used, yun ang pinakamasakit sa lahat eh. Some of the police officials are being dismissed by Napolcom because of such basis. So, kaya, of course, that's an unwritten policy. Alam po natin yun. But sa totoo lang po, whether we will admit it or not, may mga kaso talaga na may mga police officers na pinadismiss dahil dyan sa quota-quota. And they will testify, Mr. Chairman, if we will invite them and we will allow them to speak and we will check the Napolcom, we will check the civil service. Kasi po, ang tanong kanina ni Attorney Congressman Atcharon with regards to legal remedies by police officials being dismissed by Napolcom, mayroon pa po. Pwede pa po sa civil service. And in fact, kaya nga mamaya I will move for the civil service also, Mr. Chairman, to be invited in the next hearing and submit to us all cases that was filed, appeal of all those police officials that was dismissed in the period of 2016 to 2022, the present status, because some of them was already unfavorably decided by CAC to be dismissed. But there is a case now, and it might be confirmed or official, but I want it to be confirmed by the CAC and of course by the police officials in the next hearing, a certain police superintendent Gumbok.
Ano?
Gumbok. Siya po yung, nung pinatawag ang lahat ng police ni General Bato, siya po yung nirant ni PNP Chief Bato that time. Yung pangising-isi, yung sinabi niya, ikaw Gumbok, pangising-isi ka pa dyan. Yun yung Gumbok. Now, I cannot confirm it, but I have information that Gumbok, the appeal of Gumbok was favorably decided for him by the Civil Service Commission. Or Richard Gumbok on the grounds of, I think, if my memory serves me right, you might correct me or not, if I'm wrong, that was a statement given to me by former Chairman Nograles. when I ask about the cases, pending cases. Babalikan ko po mamaya yan kasi ito, pattern to eh. Mr. Chairman, pattern to na nangyari. Now, I'm just citing about the case of Gumbok, and I think now the document or the papers of Superintendent Gumbok is now with, I think, with the PNP or with Napolcom after the decision favorably of the CSC. I do not know, but that is the information that I get.
Okay. Chairman, okay, go ahead.
That was 2 weeks ago.
Can you kindly give us all those
Anyway,
personalities that have
ganito
to
po,
be
Mr. Chairman,
invited
ganito lang.
before I recognize Congressman Acop?
Before, Mr. Chairman, I present to this committee and to the police officials. I have with me a memorandum from the office of the Vice Chairman and Executive Officer. That time is Attorney Roy Riotti Casurao. He was then the Vice Chairperson of the Napolcom when President Duterte assumed as President. Now, dated August 18, 2016. This is addressed po to all regional directors. And this order from the Napolcom addressed to all regional directors emanates from the public statement of the former President dated August 7. Dito po sinabi ni President Duterte, lahat po na listahan ng mga police officials involved in the drug list. Well, in fact po, for the record, hindi pa nga po kompleto yung mga names. Hindi ko rin ma-confirm, but some of the information that I got is handwritten pa po. For example, in the case, eto ngayon, in the case of police superintendent o senior superintendent at the time, the Regional Intelligence Unit Chief ng Region 6, police senior superintendent Hipana, the underclass of, the classmate of General Pardo. Di ba, ma'am? Kaklase mo siya? Yes. Okay, now, ang nakalagay dito sa record is mali pa po. Hinipa. Walang first name. Ang nilagay lang dito, Police Superintendent Hinipa. I mean, in fact, in short, that's only the sample. Some of them dito, hindi po tama yung
Wrong spelling.
wrong spelling. At the same time, yung rank, pati assignment.
Na-dismiss siya?
Yan, na-dismiss. Now,
Oh my goodness.
why I'm telling this, no? Supposedly, and I hope the Napolcom, now with the new leadership of Attorney Vice Chair Bernabe, I hope you check on this, no? Because I have information. While this memorandum is addressed to all regional directors of Napolcom, the only region that conducts investigation during the time is only the regional office of Region 6. Why? Because most of the officers subject for investigation that time and was dismissed was assigned in Region 6. And look at the dates. Hindi lang to coincidental. Because the first statement of the former president is August 7 and the memorandum was issued August 18. When was President Duterte sit or assume office? That was July 1. A matter of 1 month. Now why? And most in the list are decorated police officers. And eto, why Region 6 lang? But the memorandum is for all regions. Why? Because eto,
Political vendetta.
tama po. This is a political vendetta. One, and we know for the fact, this is a public knowledge. Every election, Region 6 is a yellow country. Ako nga, sa totoo lang po, in this administration, saludo ko nga ako ngayon eh. Of course, baka pwede nyo sabihin na I am a campaigner of BBM. Pero tingnan mo, during the 2016 presidential election, alam nyo, ilan ang lamang ni BP Line against now President Bongbong Marcos, more than 500,000 only in Negros Occidental because Region 6 is a yellow country. I am not campaigning for Mar that time. But most of my kababayan is campaigning for Mar. I am with Grace po. Natalo si Grace po. Okay lang. Oh. Pero ang sinasabi ko lang is, why? This memorandum is for all the regional directors of Napolcom. And only in Region 6 now. Mali-mali na po yung tinawag na pangalan at saka official, pati assignment. Eto, kilala, kinonfirm ni General Pardo po na classmate niya si Police Senior Superintendent Hipana, ngayon dismiss, on appeal sa CEC. O, pero ang nakalagay dito, Hinepa. Wala pang first name. Now, class 96. Now, ito po, Mr. Chairman, ito po yung sinasabi ko po. For example, a certain Police Senior Superintendent Ricardo De La Paz, my kababayan, I do not know the real record of De La Paz. Pero I know, retired na. Diba? Retired na ngayon. Si De La Paz, class 84 ata siya, PNPA. No? Classmate of DJ Lasso. Ito, pinapihaw to. Alam mo, kausap ko yung mga kamag-anak. Gusto siyang palabasin doon, pauwiin. Sa krame. Hindi po to umuwi. Dahil takot na baka ang tawag nila doon, akay daw. Akay during the time. Akayan ka. Paglabas mo, doon ka nayayarayin. Just like what happened with all those in the drug list of the former president, nirelieve, pinadala ko sa malalayo, saan, doon namatay. And sinabi ko nga kanina, an example of that is, eto, sa region ko lang, sa province ko. How about in other provinces? The case of Rapis. I am not saying that Rapis is a clean policeman, police officer. But though he deserved to be relieved and be assigned in other places, tapos doon i-assassinate. Diba? The same is true with all those cases of riding in tandem in which the victims are police officers. Kaya nga po, Mr. Chairman, before I forgot, I would like to move that the police officers to General Pardo and, of course, General Torre to submit in this committee all cases of killings or death under investigation. Kasi karamihan dito, wala naman talagang resulta. Those police officials that was relieved in their post and assigned in other places at doon po namatay. They were killed. Now, second is all cases involving PNP officials that was killed by riding in tandem. Napakarami po dito sa Metro Manila. Well, in fact, a case in which gusto ko rin po buksan yan, maybe in the Quadcom, yung nangyari po dun sa Bulacan. Yung involved doon yung isang station, Marilao ata, Marilao, Bulacan. Kasi almost all those officials, police officers from NCRPO, yung iba ngayon nagtatago pa siguro, yung iba doon namatay. Pinatay din po. And I hope General Torre is familiar with this. Yung kaso doon sa bypass na involved yung NCRPO. Anyway, I will just ask the chairman and give him all the records, no? Para po may sama natin sa investigation. Because this will only prove na talaga pong may problema yung previous war on drugs. Now, Mr. Chairman, I will not anymore belabor to name all those police officials. I will just submit this to the chair, no? Yung 95 ata naka-record dito. But just for process of record, saka malaman ng public, I have with me the 19 police officers that was dismissed. And until now, ang pamilya po nila is suffering. Sila po is suffering. Their moral, lahat po. Tinamaan po sila. Well, in fact, sinabi ko kanina, may isang official, a certain, eto, kilala ko dahil taga-amin, yung Ipil Dunyas po, underclass ni General Pardo, underclass ni General Torre, but well, in fact, ako, I am very sure of his record na mas nauna pa siyang naging kapitan from lieutenant to captain kay General Torre. It is a class, upper class niya, masyado. Siya rin po, mas nauna pa na maging major. Pero, he is at the wrong place or wrong assignment at a wrong time. Kasi po, nasa schooling siya noon, dahil taga Iloilo, naging deputy chief of police ng Iloilo, that time, nabutan siya ng bagong presidente, Marwas country, ang mayor noon Mabilog, which is also accused by former president na drug protector, kawawa po yung police. Until now, under appeal. Nasa CEC po. Kaya, Mr. Chairman, baka makalimutan ko rin, we might as well invite the representative from the Civil Service Commission to be present on the next hearing. So move, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, so there's a motion to invite the Civil Service Commission and all the documents that the Chairman of Public Accounts wanted to secure and be submitted to this committee.
Allow me na lang, Mr. Chairman, no?
Any second motion? It's duly seconded. Any objection? Hearing none, the said motion is now approved.
Thank you, Chairman. Sorry po. Ano lang ako,
Mahaba
nagmamadali
ng
kasi
salita mo,
until
brother.
12:30 tayo. I just
Okay.
want, allow me, Chairman, I just want to read, no? All those police officials lang na 19 kasi ang memo kasi is supposedly, sabi ko nga, is supposedly the memorandum is addressed to all regional directors of NAPOLCOM, but yung investigation talaga nangyari is with Region 6 lang. What a coincidence. Now, Mr. Chairman, number 1 the list is former police senior superintendent, si Leben po, Hill Leben, retired na raw na ngayon ko. Ewan ko, anong status niya ngayon. Is he retired now, ma'am? Si Leben po? Si Colonel Leben? Yes, sir. Retired na po. Anong class ngayon niya nga?
Class 83, sir, if I'm
Class
not
83
mistaken,
din, no?
sir.
Mas senior pa pala ito ni De La Paz. Now, second is Police Chief Inspector Rio Maymay.
Comsec, please list all these names.
Rio Maymay, Police Chief Inspector Kenneth Militar. Mga kawawa po to. Police Senior Inspector Elvis Dinasco. Ito, Ross from the ranks, retired na ngayon. Hindi nakakuha ng ng benefits siya. Or rather emoluments, no? But Police Inspector Ramiro Christopher D. Jose, Police Inspector Lito Duarte, retired. Chief Inspector Vicente Vicente. Ito po, at the wrong place, at the wrong time din to. Kasi hindi taga hindi taga Region 6 eh. Na-assign lang. No? Pati itong si Maymay. Hindi rin taga Region 6 to. And Police Chief Inspector Vicente Vicente, Police Chief Police Chief Superintendent Bernardo Diaz. Nakalista din to. Pinaimbestigahan din. Kaya lang, siyempre, because that time, he is the regional director, ang rank niya po is general, hindi po under sa NAPOLCOM. Di ba po? Doon na po sa Malacanang. And nakapag-retire po to. Ito po yung isa, yung logic po dito. While the general, Diaz, was listed in the Duterte's list, and honorably retired. Pero yung mga tao niya sa baba, until now is suffering their cases. Dismissed by NAPOLCOM. Ngayon po, under appeal sa CEC. Some of them, but not all. Yung iba siguro may mga dismissal na. Ayun po yung irony. Yung most senior Region 6 director that time of the PNP, what was also listed in the original list of Duterte, noong August 7 niya na sinabi, honorably retired. Pero itong mga tao sa baba, nakasama niyang pinaimbestigahan, kinasuhan, and until now, hindi pa nakabalik. 6 years? 7 years? Walang sahod.
Okay,
Ito po, Mr. Chairman.
mahaba na.
Now, Gumbok.
Okay, naintindihan ko.
Anyway,
At
Mr.
we will
Chairman.
be asking all those personalities to be
papadala ko
invited.
lang po.
Yes.
Ito,
And,
special lang to, Mr. Chairman.
Oh, sige, go ahead.
Yung kanina
Last mo na yan,
sinabi
last
ko-
na.
Yung sinabi ko kanina, I mentioned about Police Superintendent Ricardo de la Paz. Nakapag-retire na po. I'm not saying that he's clean. No? Hindi ko siya inabsolve. But what I am saying is, inasuhan ng Napolcom, ewan ko kung yung appeal niya, tapos na ba sa CSC, o nag-court of appeal siya, I do not know. But Mr. Chairman, all of these police officials that was dismissed or pending cases in the CSC or in other regular courts, baka dun sa Court of Appeals, will be invited in the next hearing para po sila na mismo makapagsabi kung ano talaga nangyari. And please, since the case of Richard Gumbok, sir, nandiyan naman po sa inyo, pakicheck lang po kasi as far as I know, kung tama pong information ko, the basis for the dismissal of Napolcom during the time and it was absolved by the Civil Service Commission because of the quota. Ito po yung Vicente, alam mo, itong Vicente, he was assigned in Banate. Alam mo, kinasuhan siya dahil comparative. Just a mere comparative. Nung previous chief of police daw, ganito yung sitwasyon. Maraming hulihan. Nung time niya, wala nang hulihan. Kaya, drug-protector ka. Ganun lang ba kasimple? Yan yung sinasabi ko, Mr. Chairman. We want to protect the organization of police, of the PNP. Ako dito, wala akong sinasabi na kung papanig ko nino. Alam nyo naman yung record ko. You check my record in my province and even in my region. Almost, if not all, if not all, yung mga bagong building doon ng mga pulis, ako po naglabi niyan na may patayo. Pati yung regional office namin ngayon, may 30 million na bagong administrative building dyan po na pulis. Lahat ng mga stasyon doon yung mga bago, not all, but most of them, pinatayo. Tinulungan ko po, nilabi ko po sa mga budget. Every year, I have allocated budget through my request doon sa pulis. Kaya po, hindi pwede, ako sana ako, na may bias ako. I just want to help the organization of police. Kasi po, pag ganito yung kalakaran, kahit yung bata-bata system. Kaya nga, sabi ko nga wrong place at the wrong time. Yung mga to, mas kilala niyo yung mga tao.
Okay.
Di ba? Kasi kaklase niyo, ma'am. Underclass niyo.
Chairman,
Diba?
20 minutes ka na.
So
20 minutes ka na.
Mr. Chairman,
Okay.
just on record, I just want to submit
All right.
this document,
Yeah.
including the list of all PNP officials that has a pending case in
All
the
right.
CSC. And of course, pakikuha na lang po na Polcom yung status ng lahat ng mga ano. And sa police din po, sa PNP, please submit to this
Okay.
committee before the next hearing po.
Alright, so
Thank you po.
thank you so much, Congressman Paduano. At by the way, may nag-text sa akin yung Kanutan was never cleared from the drug list daw. Anyway, siguro ibalik lang natin kay Chairman Barbers, kasi ang bino-point out ni Congressman Caraps dito, yung mga nailalagay sa mga drug list. Kumbaga, nailalagay na isasama. And ako, yes, hindi dapat. And unfortunately, until now, may napapasama pa rin sa drug list ng mga high value target. I think si Chairman Barbers, kasama ka sa HBT. Kaya medyo
Thank you.
nagugulat lang ako.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Congressman Barbers, kasi kanina si Chairman Akop will be asking about yung quota and the HBT. But of course, siguro, kasama ka ba sa bagong drug list?
Hindi, ako po yung nagtataka lamang. I'm sure this is not probably just my experience, but I'm sure marami tayong kasamaan na nagiging subject ng tirades or yung mga fake news sa social media. Ako nga, I've been advocating, I am an anti-illegal drugs advocate, but now I am now considered as a drug lord. So, if you're going to base it doon sa mga mga social media na lumalabas, perhaps that's just one way of these people trying to discredit and probably destroy the credibility of the Quad Committee. Hindi po ako lang. Hindi naman po ako ang Quadcom. Ako lamang po ang isa sa mga kasamahan ng aking mga magagaling na mga co-chairs, no? But ito ay kung nangyari nga yan sa pag-discredit, pagsira o paninirang puri sa mga membro o kawani ng Philippine National Police, hindi po malayo na tayo bilang mga political personalities ay maging biktima rin ito. And I will attest to that because ako mismo na-experience ko yan eh. So ngayon, drug lord na ako. That I've been fighting this drug war for several decades since I became a politician in 1995. Until now, I'm an anti-illegal drug advocate. Now, it's just now, this year, that I've been considered a high-value target. Thank you, Congressman.
Naniniwala ka mo ba sa mga alam mo naman mga trolls lang yun eh. At pumunta, we congressman, tayo, nandun tayo sa grounds eh. Alam natin yung sentiment ng ating mga kababayan. And we know the real yung sentimiento nila at they are happy, no? Na nalalaman nila yung mga katotohanan that happened, no, in the last administration. And we are very thankful do sa mga support ng ating mga kababayan. At pag nakakita ka ng mga comments doon sa mga TikTok, palampasin mo na yun, huwag mo na tignan. Kasi alam naman natin na bayad yan.
Actually, hindi ko naman pinapansin yun eh. And I don't want to give them the pleasure of laughing behind our backs by, seeing us getting affected. Hindi po tayo affected doon. Ang ano ko nga sana sa kanila, galingan nyo pa. Kasi parang kulang yung galing nyo. Yung mga vloggers lang. Anyway, I think si Congressman Acop is
yes, it's this about the quota system also, and I wanted to be clarified on this. And Chairman Acop wanted to discuss something about it. Sige, Chairman Acop, please.
Mr. Chair, marami pong salamat. The issues raised by the Honorable Barbers have not been answered. Number one, nasaan na po yung 6,000 plus na firearms? Wala pa naman sumasagot po sa inyo eh. Were they? Nasaan? Are they not considered to be pieces of evidence and therefore in the custody of evidence custodians? Nasaan?
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, sir, may I reply,
Go ahead,
sir?
go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, since it is part of the evidence, sir, I'm just assuming, sir, it's in the custody, sir, of forensic group, but we will relay, sir, this concern, sir, to the concerned office and probably ask them, sir, to submit the report, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Chair, may I move that the PNP submits an inventory of all the firearms which were recovered from every crime scene.
Okay.
Involving illegal operations against illegal drugs.
Okay, there's a motion to submit all those documents pertaining to those firearms.
Yung inventory.
Oh, yeah, inventory.
We'll
to
find
us.
out if there are 6,000 pounds.
Well, there's a motion. After the motion, I'll be recognizing Colonel Balones. So, any second motion? Duly seconded. Any objection? Hearing none, the said motion is now approved. Colonel Balones, please.
Your Honor, sir, thank you for recognizing me. I would just like to inform the body that from July 1, 2016 to June 30, 2022, the 9,698 firearms related to the drug cases were under the custody of forensic group. The 1,424 were either turned over to the court or prosecutor. And the 8,274 are under the custody of the PNP forensic group.